Hey y'all, happy Sunday and happy Easter to everyone. Welcome back to another session of Better Out Than In, Real Talk with Kai. So last week I said I was going to be bringing my honey on to talk about how it is for him dating someone with type 1 diabetes. So everybody, this is Darrin. So we're just going to be talking about how it was initially for him, finding out I had diabetes, how it's going for him, or what his challenges are dating someone with type 1 diabetes, and any advice that he may have. So, babe, what was your initial thoughts when I told you I had type 1 diabetes when we first started dating?
Initially, I didn't really know much about it myself. I just knew my grandfather had it, and he would take insulin before every meal. I mean, I've heard of diabetes, but I didn't know how it affected the body or how dangerous it could be if went untreated.
And then we've been dating for years, and what have you learned, or what are your do you think the biggest challenges are with dating someone with type 1 diabetes?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot as far as what you can, what you can't eat, um, the amount of insulin. Even though I don't know all the ins and outs about it, but I would say the challenging, one of the most challenging things is dealing with the uncontrollable sugars, the constant adjusting of the insulin intake, um, just really things like that. But all that comes along with having diabetes. So there's been different challenges throughout.
What advice would you give to someone who is dating or looking to date someone with type 1 diabetes?
I would say educate yourself as much as possible. The information is out there now, unlike 20, 30 years ago, where everything wasn't that at our disposal. So it's easy to look up type 1 diabetes. It's easy to get nutrition facts about it. Uh, it's easy to learn about uh, what can and what helps your sugars and what doesn't help your sugars. So just educate yourself is probably the most important thing, and try to be as supportive as possible. Uh, Having diabetes isn't a handicap.
Right.
Uh, Whoever has diabetes can do anything someone who doesn't have diabetes can do. Um, I think the most important thing is staying on top of it, being consistent with the insulin, and maintaining some type of physical activity, uh, along with mental health as well. So I think all that plays a role.
I'll just kind of piggyback on that and say, if there is someone who may be dating or looking to date someone with type 1 diabetes, you don't have to necessarily do everything with them as far as their journey. Like, you don't have to exercise or eat what they eat, but just being that motivating factor for them, because Darren's been that for me for years, and it is very helpful. When I'm down on myself or I'm in my head about my blood sugars or about the insulin that I have to take, he's just there being positive and reinforcing that, this is for your health, this is for you to, continue on and doing what you're doing and stand on the right track. And so it's very helpful when he does that, and when he's that motivating uh, person for me when it comes to my diabetes, and just overall in our relationship. We kind of feed off each other with that energy. We were speaking about that last week. And so I just want to piggyback off that. And also, babe, when we first started dating, were there any hesitations of dating me because of my type 1 diabetes, or do you think you can get it, or anything like that?
It wasn't much of a hesitation because I didn't really know much about it, like I said. So um, I really didn't know the long-term effects of it. Um, I knew elders in my family had it, but I also knew it wasn't contagious. But I also didn't know how you got it
Right.
or how to prevent it. Uh, so I'd say it really wasn't no hesitation, just for the simple fact that I didn't have much information on it myself.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and just giving your advice and speaking to the people and just sharing your challenges and your advice with everyone. So next week I'll be going a little more into depth about how it was for me dating and just telling people about my diabetes as far as in relationship or people I was talking to, and just how I was assuming things and not fully giving all the information to the person I was talking to because I was scared to of the reaction. And then I'll talk about the mental state as well. So again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Continue to like, follow, subscribe, and share. God bless.